Hello students, welcome. Today we are going to talk about some more questions on India on environment, ecology and biodiversity and pollution. So let's begin. The question is the discovery of an oak flora in 1966 added a new chapter in the history of Indian sericulture. Which one of the following states is the leading producer of oak tussar silk? First option is Assam, second option is Bihar, third option is Manipur and fourth option is Odisha. So let's talk about what is sericulture. Sericulture means production of silk that involves rearing the silk moth, collecting the eggs, then collecting the eggs and then collecting the cocoons of the eggs, and after that getting the silk fiber separated from these cocoons. So silk fibers. In this, first there are silk moths. So the female silk moth, it lays eggs. These eggs then hatch into larvae, and these larvae eat on whether on mulberry leaves, whether on oak tussar tree leaves, or muga or eri leaves, because the silk is classified based on what the larvae eat. If larvae eat mulberry, then it is the mulberry silk. If the larvae eat oak tussar leaves, then it is the oak tussar silk. And if they eat munga and eri, then muga or eri silk. We get muga or eri silk. In the same way, when the larvae eat mulberry, oak or muga or eri, they eat a lot and they develop into they become very big, and after that they start spinning cocoon. They spin cocoon around them, and this cocoon is made up of protein. Nothing more. It is made up of protein and it is in the form of fiber, and then the cocoon are collected, and then from this cocoon we get the silk fiber, and in this way from the silk fiber we get the fabric of silk fabric. And out of these four types of silk, mulberry silk is most prized. It is the best quality silk due to its luster or shining. So this is the mulberry silk that is the most prized, and India is also one of the biggest producer of mulberry silk. But the question is asking about oak tussar silk. So as we know that the larvae, if they eat on oak tussar, and this oak tussar tree flora was discovered in 1966, and from then the oak tussar silk was started to be produced in India, and Assam is the one of the most leading producer of oak tussar silk. So the correct answer will be Assam. So Assam is the one of the most leading producer of oak tussar silk. Now let's come to the next question. The next question is, eco mark is given to the Indian products that. So eco mark, the full form of eco mark is ecological mark. It is called eco mark. So eco mark is nothing but the standard. It is nothing but a certification that something is environment friendly. So the correct answer will be environment friendly or ecological or ecosystem friendly. So eco friendly or ecosystem friendly, environment or ecosystem friendly, that it will not cause any pollution, very less pollution or meager pollution or no pollution. It will not cause any biodiversity loss. It will not threaten any threaten the environment and all these things. So this is the eco mark. Eco mark is given to the eco mark is a certification standard that something is environment friendly. Standard to be something to be environment friendly. So this is the answer, environment friendly. Now let's come to the next question. The next question is World Conference on Environment 1992 was held in. The options are Stockholm, Rio de Janeiro and Paris, Kyoto. The correct answer will be Stockholm. As we know that there are several Earth summits. Earth summits are decennial meetings. Decennial meetings means they happen every 10 years. And there has been 5 Earth summits up to now. So Earth summits are nothing but they are decennial meetings. They happen after every 10 years. Every 10 years. The first Earth summit, that was called United Nations Conference on Human and Environment. It was held in 1972 in Stockholm, Sweden. Then the second Earth summit, though it was a failure, but it was held in 1982 in Nairobi, Kenya. Then the third Earth summit, it is also called World Conference on Environment and Development, WCED. It was held in Rio de Janeiro and it is also known as Rio 5. And the review for Rio 5 was held, a review meeting for the functioning of Rio 5 was also held in 1997 in New York. Third Earth summit was held in 2002 and it was held in Johannesburg and it is also known as Rio 10. Then fourth Earth summit was held in 2012 again it was in Rio de Janeiro and it is also known as Rio 20. And then the most landmark conference on climate change was held in COP21. It was held in Paris. And it is also known as Paris Agreement. It was held in 2015. So these are some of the important Earth Summit, 5 Earth Summits, and then one major agreement that was the result of all these Earth Summits. And one more thing is that 1972 Earth Summit is important because it was convened after a report published by Meadows that highlighted the challenges before the humans about the environment and what are the environmental challenges that may occur over a period of 100 years before the environment, and what negative effects it is going to cause to the humans. So this was the thing. And aftermath of the Meadows report in 1972 in Stockholm, the first Earth Summit or United Nations Conference on Human and Environment was held. Now let's come to the next question. The next question is, the water pollution in the rivers is measured by the dissolved amount of, options are chlorine, ozone, nitrogen, oxygen. The correct answer will be oxygen because it is known as BOD, that is biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand. And this biochemical oxygen demand is the amount of oxygen required by a water body to degrade or to sustain its biological features, biological waste, to degrade its biological waste, degrade or decompose, or degrade biological waste, and to sustain the organism inside, living inside that environment, that water body. Then chemical oxygen demand, it also contains, the next is chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand means the amount of oxygen required by the chemicals present in the water body to degrade them, to decompose them. So required by the chemicals, amount of oxygen required by the chemicals present in a water body for oxygenation or oxidation purposes. For oxidation, and these both combine. When they combine, they make up biochemical oxygen demand, and the biochemical oxygen demand is a unit of measure to gauge the dissolved amount of oxygen and to gauge the water pollution. So this is the correct answer. Now let's come to the next question. The next question is, Indonesian forest fire in 1997 was caused by. Options are greenhouse effect, depletion of ozone, El Nino, none of the above. The correct answer will be option C, that is El Nino. El Nino is a phenomenon, and it is the result of intertropical convergence zone, ITCZ, and it is also known as Southern Oscillation. We will talk about this in one of the next questions, but up to now you have to remember that the Indonesian forest fire was caused by the El Nino, and El Nino is a phenomena that happens primarily because of intertropical convergence zone. It is also known as Southern Oscillation, and it happens in Pacific Ocean, and it has majorly effect on the world monsoon, especially in the Oceania, India, and southeast coast of South America. So this is the answer. Now let's come to the next question. The next question is, which of the following has the highest fuel value? Options are hydrogen, charcoal, natural gas, gasoline. The correct answer to this question will be hydrogen. Hydrogen has the highest fuel value and the lowest pollution. Hydrogen has the highest fuel value, and lowest pollution effect, because it leaves very less residue. And this is the reason that hydrogen has the highest fuel value and lowest pollution potential. So this is next question. The next question is, according to Meadows 1972, if the present trends in world population, industrialization, pollution, food production, and resource depletion continue unchecked, the limit to growth on our planet will be reached in the next. Options are 50 years, 100 years, 150 years, 200 years. The correct answer to this question will be 100 years. As I told you in the last question, that this was a report published by the Meadows 1972, when it highlighted the effect of anthropogenic activities on environment and concerns related to it, then a conference of